All right. So, when I was growing up, I'd always go to Chuck E. Cheese, right? And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese. Not for the games. But growing up, I always went to Chuck E. Cheese with my brother and some cousins, and we'd spend the day there, and it was a ton of fun. But I haven't been there since I was like, I don't know, maybe single digits in age, and I'm 27 now, nearing 28. Closer to 28 than I am 27, put it, or 20, whatever, fuck it. My birthday's in a couple months. Um, but how good's their food? You know, when you're a kid, it doesn't really matter. So I got to go back there and see how good their food is. Luckily for me, there's one not too far away in Dearborn, about 20 minutes. I'm going to order ahead. We're going to get some pizza, maybe some wings. They do have 3 specialty pizzas. I think I'm just going to get, maybe I'll get 1 or 2 of those. We'll see. Well, game time decision. We'll see what we order. But they also have like cheese bread and wings, which I want to get an order of those as well. And we're going to see how good Chuck E. Cheese pizza really is. I am going to eat in my car, because I'm sure the last thing Chuck E. Cheese staff wants is a grown-ass man in there by himself with a camera. So I'm going to get the food, go out to my car, eat it, and we're going to go from there. But yeah, how good's Chuck E. Cheese pizza? Let's find out. You know, here we go. All right. So, as you can see, I got a new car, so I'm kind of figuring out angles here. The dash is a lot less flat. I got a 2018 Toyota RAV4 with all-wheel drive, which I'm pretty stoked about. I plan on putting out a walk-around video, because I get that's not food or games, but, you know, I like sharing experiences. That's why I'm doing this. So it's either Chuck E. Cheese is, either this one's a one-off, or Chuck E. Cheese is a lot sadder than I remember it being, because that... It was not nearly as big as I remember. Granted, I never went to this location. I always went to one in like the Grand Haven area, I think. But I walked in there and I was like, holy shit. I know my boy Chuck's kind of going through it financially. Same, brother. But maybe that impacts it. But yeah, definitely not what I thought it would be. But here, let's get eating, right? So I got 3 pizzas, kind of 4, an order of wings, and an order of meatballs, which the meatballs seem crazy, but I just watched a Try Guys video where they ate everything on the menu at Chuck E. Cheese. And now the fact that this is lining up with, you know, a couple days after I watched that, pure coincidence, swear to God. I was going to go to an Indian place today for a little review, but it's actually close enough to downtown Detroit to where it qualifies for Eat the D, so that'll be next week. But and this was the next one I could feasibly do today with other stuff I got going on, was reviewing this Chuck E. Cheese. So we're going to start off with the veggie pizza, right? It's incredibly thin and very small slices. Jesus Christ. Look at how like small this slice is, right? This is like the last state, like, oh, class picnic pizza. This is the slices that. Let's take a bite. I didn't bring any water. I didn't drink. And I forgot to throw some napkins in here. So I'm kind of like really going through it here. Oh, there we go. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I need to make that more distinct. Let's try another non-olive heavy slice. Because I'm not a huge fan of olives, but I just figured, you know, why not? I'm not going to be picky about it. And to call this a slice is a stretch, but nonetheless. No idea what's going on here. I was doing like a big Ford truck pulled up next to me for like 5 minutes, and now he's like backing into another space. Whatever. Yeah. So I'm going to put this the best possible way I can. And you may not understand it, but this pizza tastes like it looks in there. Like, it tastes sad, a little depressing, and just kind of eating it makes me sad. Like, I promise you, that's the best way I can put it. It tastes like a little off, and I wouldn't even say it's like that bad. I would go as far to say that it's like not enjoyable for me. Yeah, it just tastes sad and depressing, and just overall not like I remember it. Not like you would expect it to be. But I did get 2 more pizzas, an order of wings. No, I guess I did get 3 pizzas. I got 2 more pizzas, an order of wings, and an order of the meatballs. Which normally I might have gotten the meatballs anyway, because that's weird on Chuck E. Cheese menu. But in that Try Guys video, Keith, my boy, was like praising the meatballs up, down, left, right, and center. Wow, okay, so this is my personal pepperoni and spinach. Pretty fucking sad sight. Also, this food's expensive, dude. I got 1 medium pizza, 2 personal pizzas, a meatball, and some wings for like $90, dog. Chucky, I get you're going through it financially, brother, because same, but holy shit. This is the greasiest pizza of all time and one of the smallest slices I've ever seen. But this is, I did 2 build my owns, and this is the build my own pepperoni and spinach. Absolute brain fart there for a sec. So this one, maybe it's the pepperoni doing some heavy lifting. No question better than that veggie one. This is not like some 5-star, 10 out of 10 pizza. In fact, it's not even close. But, whereas I wasn't really enjoying that veggie pizza, that one I can enjoy. What do we got here? Okay, so this is, I guess I messed up my order. I meant to get a Supreme, but instead I just kept the veggie. So this is my jalapeno, green pepper, and mushroom pizza, it looks like. I'm not sure I can get jalapenos out of pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. Not a lot of topping choices either. Very, like, even less than Little Caesars, which is kind of like the least amount of topping choices I've seen. Chuck E. Cheese is the least amount I've ever seen. Look at this slice. What in God's green earth? This is like, looks like candy pizza. That's how small it is. Nonetheless, on the hatch. One bite. Also, this is like $15. That's what I'm saying, right? Come on. There we go. We'll get that out of the shop for you. I think that's the best one yet. It's great. It's nice and thin. A little floppy, but you know, what can you do about it? But the acidity of the jalapenos especially, and kind of the peppers, really work well with everything else I got going on there. A little bit of heat, nothing crazy, but definitely like noticeable spice from the jalapenos. Honestly, dude. So the veggie one wasn't enjoying. That one I enjoy. This one I can straight up say I like. If it wasn't so goddamn expensive and closer by, I would order this again for sure. Again, not like a world-beating pizza or anywhere close, but not bad. Definitely not bad. I think based on the other two, either just get personal pan or stay away from the veggie pizza. Because that one was funky in all the wrong ways. But now we got my 2 sides, I guess we'll call it. Also, you can get bone-in wings at Chuck E. Cheese. Still crazy, man. Crazy. What do we got here? So, see, these are my wings. Wow. 7 wings. This was $17. With the blue cheese, $20. Dog. Chuck. Also, this blue cheese. Doesn't really look all that much like blue cheese. And I did get lemon pepper. They got lemon pepper bone-in wings at Chuck E. Cheese. Itty bitty wing. I can fit it in my palm. But you know we gotta try it on its own first. Alright. I'm telling you right now. I can see my receipt. It says lemon pepper on there. So I have to assume either a mistake was made, which I'm kind of leaning towards because I don't see any seasoning on these at all, or this is the least potent lemon pepper of all time. I don't taste any of it. Also, let's try it in this. What I said was blue cheese, but this honestly might be ranch looking at it. Call me Will Smith because that's hot. That's hot. Sometimes I act bizarre. Yeah, dude. I mean, the wings, tiny. Tiny wings. Like, look at this. Look at that. It doesn't even reach the top of my fingers, dog. I don't mind how they're cooked. They're honestly a little crispy. They're not bad. But whatever this sauce is, I don't even know what kind of flavor it has. I don't think it has any. And if these really are lemon pepper wings, could not be more disappointed with them. I mean, they're like, the basis of wings, not bad. Crispy. Wish they were a little bigger. But they're crispy. Chicken's nice and juicy. Piping hot. They're like, the groundwork's there. But step up the seasoning and the sauce game a little bit. And now by pure coincidence, the last thing is the meatballs. And I did get a chili lime sauce on it, and I don't have a fork, so I'm just gonna have to hand these. Now apparently these meatballs are just the bee's knees. Now these come with, yeah dude, I think they didn't even season my wings and gave me ranch instead of blue cheese. What that means, but whatever. I don't know what the Try Guys were smoking. Those meatballs, I mean, they're not bad. But to hype them up the way they did, I don't know. Maybe they got like a good batch. Their Chuck E. Cheese takes their cooking a lot more seriously. They're not bad, but they're just like any other meatballs. They're definitely like fried though. That part they were true. It's like really, like it's like a crispy outside almost. I'm not gonna say it's crispy, but it's definitely like a hard shell to an extent. But I got the chili lime. A little spice, I can like definitely taste it. A little spice there, nothing crazy. And the ranch, the shittiest ranch I've ever had. No, Kroger brand ranch. That's the worst I've ever had. Cause that tasted bad. This just doesn't taste like anything at all. So once I go home, I'm gonna be dipping this stuff in that good old Ken's buttermilk. But not bad, not great, but definitely not the worst thing I've had ever. But Chuck E. Cheese, what do you think of the food? It's about what I expected. And some things are, like, I expected to dislike everything, if I'm being honest. Or have it all be like cafeteria food, which, let's be honest, it kind of is. But these two pizzas, the two personal pan pizzas, definitely were better than I expected. Exceeded my expectations. Keep in mind, my expectations were low, but it still exceeded them. Still, like, overall, like, all jokes aside, good pizzas. The veggie one, like I said, it just tastes like depression. And trust me, I know a thing or two about depression. And the wings, I think mistakes were made, genuinely. But like the basics of them, solid. And the meatballs, not as good as I was led to believe, but definitely not bad. So what do we think of Chuck E. Cheese? Eat it if you're here, I guess, but I would never order food from here ever again. There's so much better food, so much closer, and so much cheaper. Again, this is like $90 for this stuff. Like Chuck, bro. So yeah, I would stay away from Chuck E. Cheese food in general. If you're like, I'd say if you're here and you're with your kids, or hell, you're just adults and want to play some Chuck E. Cheese, I don't judge. Maybe eat it, but if like I was like, I would never order food just for the hell of it from Chuck E. Cheese ever again. Never. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It goes a long way for me here at Milkman Media, or Milkman Channel, whatever.
Subscribe to the channel for all your food and gaming needs. And don't forget to comment your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear what you think about Chuck E. Cheese, the food, the atmosphere specifically, because it was not good atmosphere in there. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles when you're going through it financially. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.